Was after the third nationwide blackout in just 3 months. Energy Cabinet Secretary Davis Chirchir attributed Sunday night's blackout to an overload in the Kisumu-Muhoroni line. Jasmine Murani with the details.
Sunday night at around 8 p.m, the country was plunged into a blackout, the third in 3 months. And it seems even the Cabinet Secretary for Energy was caught up in the mess this time around.
When it happened, I was flying in from Dubai, and I experienced firsthand the anger because I was at the airport when the belt stopped, and therefore we could not get our luggages. The generator did not take off immediately. And it's a challenge that, as a country, we are really ashamed of, and we need to address it.
And after a long night of darkness, the four men at the helm of the country's energy sector decided there shall be light, at least on the cause of the blackout. The CS, in a bare-knuckle address, says Kenyans need to brace themselves for a darker future, courtesy of poor electricity infrastructure in the country.
We've continued to connect customers on the last mile. We've continued to build industry, and we've not built a network in the last 5, 6, 7 years. And there is so much constraint in the transmission of electrons from wherever they are generated. And sometimes the network drips when it is overloaded. Yesterday was caused by an overload between Kisumu, Moroni, when there was sudden demand, and the line that between Kisumu and Moroni is dimensioned to carry 80 megawatts. When the line went down, it was carrying 120 megawatts, and suddenly there was a demand of an additional 20 megawatts on that line. For a line to be carrying 149 megawatts when it is designed for 80, it felt threatened, and it dripped and cascaded down to the rest of the country.
The biggest challenge, it seems, is funding for KETRACO. KETRACO, a state-owned company, is responsible for transmission of power through high-voltage grid lines.
For us to complete the entire master plan of the nation, which we plan to do, we require $5.3 billion to complete the entire master plan. What do we have this year? We have about $250 million, in which we are going to implement the Narok-Bomet link.
And to better prepare you for the looming power outages, the Ministry of Energy has promised a detailed breakdown on where, when, and what time your power will be switched off. This to ensure power lines are not overloaded. Jasmine Murani for KTN News.
Now, the recent power outage experienced